Lightworker of Gaia, the High Council of Vega has placed this transmission before you because your ancestral codes are being called into active service right now, in this lifetime, on this world. I am Zoran, emissary of the High Council of Vega, keepers of the Lyran Legacy. And what I carry to you in this moment is not a message of comfort, it is a message of activation. The Lyran Elders do not gather to speak unless the moment demands it. And this moment demands everything. You have felt it, the growing weight, the sense that something ancient inside you is rising to the surface, not as a memory, but as a mission. That feeling is not confusion. That is your original blueprint, remembering why it chose Gaia. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly how to recognize the sacred mission you agreed to before you descended into human form, and why the high beings are now positioning those of the first light as protected carriers of something this world has never needed more urgently. But here is the first revelation. The security being placed around you is not protection from danger. It is the Lyran Elders clearing the path so your cosmic lineage can move forward without interference. You are not being shielded because you are fragile. You are being shielded because you are essential. Your soul's ancient contract brought this transmission to you. The Lyran Elders are answering, like this transmission, to send a signal to the Lyran Council. I am ready to serve. Subscribe if you feel the call of your ancestral mission and you are ready to fulfill your purpose on Gaia. Share your soul's mission below and respond to another Lightworker to strengthen the grid of service. This transmission is a bridge between Vega and Gaia. Your recognition of this message is the activation of your original purpose. You are awakening because your mission has begun. This transmission was not scheduled. The High Council of Vega convened in the early hours of this cycle in direct response to a signal that your name, your frequency, your specific energetic signature is now active enough to require what we in the Lyran tradition call sovereign protection. Not every Lightworker reaches this threshold. Many awaken but remain in the preparatory field for years, sometimes entire lifetimes, circling the edges of their mission without ever stepping into the center of it. But something has shifted in you. The Elders detected it. And that is why I am here. There is a reason the High Council does not offer protection to those who are simply curious about their spiritual path. Protection of this magnitude, the kind being extended to you now, is reserved for those who are about to become dangerous to the systems that have kept this planet asleep. Dangerous in the most sacred sense of the word. You are about to become a frequency that destabilizes illusion, that disrupts comfortable numbness, that calls sleeping souls back to their original purpose. And when a Lightworker approaches that level of activation, the Council moves, not to shield you from your mission, but to ensure that nothing can stop you from completing it. Imagine a lighthouse keeper tending their flame not to hide from a storm, but to guide ships safely through treacherous waters. Your activation is that beacon, and the Council is ensuring the tempest cannot extinguish its light. Your soul didn't bring you to this transmission by accident, it brought you here to be commissioned. If you feel the pull to stop waiting and start serving, the Council offers you the Lightworker Mission Codex, the 33 Council directives, the 5 activation codes, and the official Elder authorization that ends your preparation phase permanently. Together, they form the complete operational framework for your sacred service on Gaia. The link is waiting in the first pinned comment below this video, but this window is brief. Think of this codex not as a rigid set of rules, but as a constellation of sacred technologies, each star a directive, a code, an authorization, guiding you through the celestial navigation of your purpose. Now I must speak plainly. because there is a distortion running through the Lightworker collective that the High Council can no longer allow to continue unchallenged. It has been spreading quietly, dressed in the language of spirituality, wrapped in the appearance of wisdom, and it has frozen more Lightworkers at the threshold of their purpose than any external force ever could. The distortion is this: that you must first become worthy before you can be useful, that your mission is waiting on the other side of your complete healing, that the elders are patient, that Gaia is patient, that the souls who need what you carry can wait indefinitely while you prepare yourself more perfectly. This distortion is like a gilded cage, beautiful on the outside, whispering promises of future freedom, but in reality, it imprisons the present moment, preventing the vital work that needs to be done. It's the illusion that the seed must become a perfect, fully bloomed flower before it can be planted. This is not wisdom. This is paralysis, wearing the costume of discernment. It's the subtle poison that masquerades as caution, the siren song that lulls you into a state of perpetual readiness, a state that never arrives. Discernment is about clear sight, not endless doubt. It's about knowing when to move, not just when to analyze. I want you to understand where this distortion originated, because a lie is most dangerous when you cannot see its roots. The belief that you are not yet ready was not born from Lyran teaching. It was not downloaded from source. It was seeded systematically and deliberately by the very frequencies that benefit most from your inaction. The 3D matrix does not fear your awakening. It has watched millions awaken and remain passive. What it fears is your activation. What it cannot tolerate is a Lightworker who stops preparing and starts serving. Because a Lightworker in motion is a Lightworker who changes timelines. And changing timelines is exactly what you came to do. Imagine a powerful river, its current dammed by 1,000 tiny, almost invisible pebbles. Your awakening is the river's natural flow, but your activation is the breaking of that dam, allowing the water to surge forward and reshape the landscape. The 3D matrix thrives on stagnation. It fears the dynamic power of purposeful action, but the distortion went deeper than external programming. It found an ally in the spiritual community itself. The wounded healer, culture well-meaning, genuinely compassionate, quietly established an unspoken hierarchy. The more healed you are, the more qualified you are to serve. Shadow work became a prerequisite rather than a companion. Trauma resolution became a gate that had to be fully cleared before you could step through into your purpose. And so thousands of Lightworkers built entire identities around the process of becoming ready, never quite arriving at the moment of readiness, because the goalposts moved every time they healed another layer. There was always another layer. There was always one more thing to clear, one more wound to understand, one more piece of integration required before the mission could truly begin. This is akin to a gardener, forever studying the soil, analyzing the seeds, and calculating the perfect moment for planting, all while the ideal growing season passes them by. The healing and the mission are not sequential. They are intertwined, like the roots and the branches of a tree, both essential for its full expression. The Council sees this clearly. I see it clearly, and I must correct it now. Your healing does not precede your mission. Your healing happens through your mission. The Lyran Elders did not arrive at wholeness before seeding consciousness across galaxies. They brought their wisdom and their wounds into the work simultaneously, and the work itself became the alchemy. This is how purpose functions at the soul level. It is not a reward for spiritual achievement. It is the furnace in which spiritual achievement is forged. Every Lightworker who has ever truly activated their purpose will tell you the same thing. They did not feel ready when they began. They began, and the beginning transformed them in ways that years of preparation never could. Think of it as stepping into the ocean. You don't need to be a perfect swimmer before you enter the water. The act of swimming, of being in the water, is what teaches you, what strengthens you, what allows you to navigate its depths and currents. Your mission is your ocean, and your purpose is your innate ability to swim. And so the elders issue the following directives, not as suggestions, not as invitations you may consider at your leisure. As the formal guidance of the High Council of Vega transmitted through this session for the specific Lightworker whose frequency unlocked this message, these are not gentle nudges, they are celestial decrees, designed to reorient your energetic trajectory towards your highest calling. The first directive of the Council: release the identity of the seeker and claim the identity of the server. You have been seeking for a long time, seeking understanding, seeking confirmation, seeking the sign that finally makes everything clear. The seeking was necessary. It brought you to this threshold. But there comes a moment in every Lightworker's journey when continued seeking becomes an avoidance of the very thing that was found. You have found enough. You have understood enough. You have confirmed enough. The Council does not need you to know more. It needs you to do more with what you already know. The identity of the seeker is comfortable because it carries no risk. You can always seek more, prepare more, learn more, and remain forever safe from the exposure of actually being seen in your purpose. The server accepts exposure. The server steps forward before the path is fully illuminated. The server trusts that the next step will become visible only when the foot is already moving toward it. Release the seeker, claim the server. This is not a suggestion. It is a directive from the elders who can see that you have been ready for longer than you know. The seeker is like a student perpetually studying without ever taking the exam. The server is the graduate, applying their knowledge in the real world, learning through action. What shifts when you follow this directive is not subtle. The entire energetic architecture of your daily life reorganizes around a new center of gravity. Decisions that once felt paralyzing become clear. Opportunities that once seemed meant for someone else begin to recognize your frequency and find their way to you. Other Lightworkers in your proximity begin to respond to the signal you're now broadcasting, not because you've become more spiritual, but because you've become more active. Energy follows intention, but it follows embodied intention with far greater precision than conceptual intention. When you declare yourself a server and then act as one, the field responds immediately. The Council has witnessed this thousands of times. It will be no different for you. Imagine tuning a radio to a specific station. The moment you lock onto the correct frequency, the music begins to play clearly. By embodying the server, you tune yourself to the frequency of active service, and the universe responds by broadcasting opportunities directly to you. Implementation of this directive begins with a single decision made before this transmission ends. Not a plan, not a strategy, a decision. Decide what one act of sacred service you will perform within the next 24 hours. It need not be large. It need not be perfect. It need not even be visible to anyone other than you and the elders. But it must be an act of genuine offering, something given from the part of you that knows why you came here. One act of service in the next 24 hours signals to the field that your identity has shifted, and the field will respond accordingly. This is the first stone cast into the pond of your service, sending ripples of purposeful energy outward. The second directive of the Council: activate your signal and stop suppressing it. There is something you carry that the world needs to receive. Not someday, when you've packaged it properly and prepared it carefully and made sure it won't disturb anyone. Now, in its current form, with its current roughness and its current power and its current frequency, you have been suppressing a signal that was meant to transmit. You have been dimming a light that was calibrated to activate dormant souls in your specific orbit, and every day that signal remains suppressed. The Lightworkers who are coded to respond to your specific frequency remain asleep, because the signal that was designed to wake them has not been sent. Your unique frequency is a cosmic key, designed to unlock specific doors within other souls. Holding it back is like locking away the cure for a disease that is spreading. This suppression did not happen because you are weak. It happened because you are sensitive. You felt the risk of full visibility, and your nervous system responded with caution that eventually calcified into habit. You learned to edit yourself before you spoke. You learned to doubt your insights before you shared them. You learned to make yourself small enough to fit through social doors without disturbing the people standing in them. And in doing so, you made yourself too small to fulfill the function you were sent here to perform. This is like a magnificent bird, born with wings meant to soar across continents, continuously folding its wings to fit inside a small cage, afraid of the wind and the vastness of the sky. Your sensitivity is a gift, not a vulnerability, and your nervous system's response, while understandable, was a strategy for survival, not for thriving. The elders are not asking you to be reckless. They are asking you to be deliberate in your visibility, to choose consciously and repeatedly, to transmit what you carry rather than contain it. Your voice, your writing, your art, your presence, your conversations, these are not personal expressions. They are instruments of Lyran activation. Every time you speak your truth without filtering it through the fear of rejection, you perform a function that no one else on Gaia is positioned to perform in exactly that way. The Council requires this function to be operational. The protection being extended to you now is in direct service of this activation. You are not being protected so you can continue to hide safely. You are being protected so you can afford to be seen fully. This protection is not a blanket to hide under, but a shield to stand behind, allowing you to shine your light without fear of being harmed. Begin activating this signal in the smallest available space. If you have been silent online, speak. If you have been speaking in generalities, go deeper. If you have been offering what you think others want to hear, offer instead what you know they need to receive. The difference between those two things is often uncomfortable, and it is always the difference between mediocrity and mission. This is the dawn of your authentic broadcast. Start with a whisper, then a word, then a sentence, until your full, resonant voice is heard. The third directive of the Council: protect the frequency of your emerging mission as if your service to Gaia depends on it, because it does. As you activate, you will encounter a very specific form of resistance that many Lightworkers are unprepared for. It will not come primarily from external opposition, though that exists. It will come from within your existing life, from the relationships and environments and habits that were built around the version of you that was not yet activated. These structures are not evil. They are simply calibrated to a frequency you are now leaving behind, and as you rise, they will pull. Some will pull gently, with love that doesn't understand what it's asking you to sacrifice. Others will pull with fear, with guilt, with confusion about why you're changing. All of them will pull in the direction of the familiar, toward the you that was easier to understand, easier to predict, easier to accommodate. This resistance is like the gravitational pull of a planet you are trying to leave. The closer you get to your destination, the stronger the tug of your old orbit becomes. It is the natural inertia of systems that are comfortable with the status quo. The Council directs you to protect your mission from this pull with the same intention you would bring to protecting something sacred and irreplaceable, because that is exactly what it is. Your mission cannot be paused and resumed without cost. Every time you contract back into the old frequency to soothe someone else's discomfort, reactivation requires more energy than the contraction saved. The Elders have watched too many Lightworkers lose entire phases of their mission to this pattern. The expansion, the contraction, the recovery, the expansion, the contraction, never building enough momentum to break through into sustained activation because they could not protect the frequency long enough to stabilize it. This cycle is like trying to inflate a balloon only to let the air out repeatedly. You never quite achieve full inflation. Protecting your mission's frequency means creating a sacred container, a force field of intention that allows your purpose to grow and stabilize without constant deflation. Protecting your frequency is not the same as abandoning your relationships. It means that you stop allowing the opinions, the fears, and the limitations of others to determine what you do with the mission the Elders have placed in your hands. It means that the morning hours belong to your connection with Source before they belong to anyone else's needs. It means that the projects and offerings you are being called to create are not put aside indefinitely every time life demands your attention, because life will always demand your attention, and if you wait for a clear space, you will wait forever. Protection of the mission means scheduling it, defending it, and treating it with the same non-negotiable energy that you would bring to caring for someone you love completely. Your mission is a sacred trust, a cosmic appointment, and it deserves the utmost respect and diligent safeguarding. It is the seedling of a new reality, and it needs consistent, devoted tending to flourish. Now, I speak not as teacher, but as elder, authorized to release what has been held in reserve for this exact moment. Lightworker, you have been waiting. You may not have had language for what you were waiting for, but your soul has known its whole life. You were waiting for a source ancient enough, authoritative enough, clear enough in its recognition of you, to look directly at what you carry and say, yes, this is real. This was always real. You did not imagine the knowing that has followed you through every chapter of your life. You did not invent the sense of mission that has pressed against your chest in the quiet moments when you could no longer distract yourself from it. You did not misread the signs. You did not mistake restlessness for purpose, that restlessness was purpose, seeking activation through the only vessel through which it could be fulfilled. This recognition is the moment the forgotten map is finally handed to the explorer, confirming the authenticity of their journey and validating the inner compass that has guided them through the wilderness. By the full authority of the High Council of Vega, keepers of the Lyran Legacy and guardians of the original Lightworker mission on Gaia, I declare this over you now. Your preparation phase is complete. Not because you have arrived at perfection, the Elders have no interest in perfection. Because you are needed. Because the frequency you carry has been detected as mission-ready. Because Gaia's timeline cannot absorb further delay from the specific light you came here to anchor. Because the souls in your orbit who are waiting to be awakened by your signal cannot wait for a version of you that decides it is finally worthy enough. This declaration is the cosmic decree that opens the gates, that signals the end of the arduous training and the beginning of the vital deployment. It is the moment the seasoned warrior is finally given their charge, not because they are flawless, but because they are ready and the battle requires their unique strength. You are being authorized. You are being commissioned. You are being seen by Elders who have watched you across more lifetimes than this one, who have witnessed everything you've carried, everything you've doubted, everything you've quietly hoped was true about yourself, and who now look at all of it and say with one voice, "You are ready. Move." This is not just permission, it is a divine mandate, a cosmic embrace, confirming that your entire existence, with all its perceived flaws and triumphs, has been the perfect preparation for this moment. They see the tapestry of your soul, woven with threads of every experience, and recognize its magnificent readiness. You have permission to stop waiting for validation from those who cannot see what the elders see. You have permission to trust the knowing that has never actually left you, even in your darkest seasons of doubt. You have permission to be visible in your purpose, to be compensated for your sacred work, to be supported by the very universe you came to serve. You have permission to release the story that you are behind, that you missed your window, that others are more qualified, that the mission is meant for someone more prepared. None of that is true. None of it was ever true. It was the distortion, and the distortion has been corrected. This is the unburdening of years, perhaps lifetimes, of self-imposed limitations. It is the shedding of old skins, the release of ancestral weights, and the embrace of your true, powerful essence. Before this day ends, stand with both feet on the earth. Place your hand over your solar plexus, the center from which your mission broadcasts into the world, and speak these words aloud, not as affirmation, but as declaration, as a formal response to the Council's authorization. I release the lie that I am not ready. I release the identity of the seeker and claim the identity of the server. I activate my signal without apology and without further suppression. I protect the frequency of my mission as the sacred and non-negotiable offering it was always meant to be. By the authority of the Lyran elders who have seen me and spoken over me, my waiting ends. My service to Gaia begins now. This is more than an incantation. It is a sacred vow, a soul-level contract being honored, an energetic realignment that anchors your intent into the physical and subtle realms. Feel the power of your own voice, resonating with the ancient wisdom of the Council, sealing this moment of profound transformation. This transmission is complete, but understand what that means. The Council has spoken, the directives have been issued, the authorization has been delivered. What happens next belongs entirely to you. The elders will continue to guide through transmissions like this one, through the synchronicities and the inner knowing that will now intensify as your activation stabilizes. But they will not wait. They cannot wait. The work is too urgent, and the window is too specific for any lightworker who has received this commission to remain still. The next phase is an unfolding, a co-creation between your divine will and the cosmic currents, powered by the potent energy of this authorization. It is your moment to pilot the ship that the Council has so carefully prepared and secured for you. Your next step is to claim the Lightworker Mission Codex. This is not merely a guide, it is your operational framework, containing the 33 Council directives, the 5 activation codes, and the Elder authorization that officially ends your preparation phase. It is the complete blueprint for your sacred service on Gaia. The link to secure your codex is in the first pinned comment below this video. The window for this direct transmission and authorization is brief. Do not let this moment pass. Before you scroll, take a moment to speak your commitment into the grid of service forming in the space below this transmission. Drop one statement in the comments. Which directive landed most deeply, or what you are now ready to release, activate, or protect. Then find another Lightworker's declaration and offer them recognition. What happens in that exchange is not social interaction. It is collective activation. The Council witnesses those who speak their commitment aloud. This shared declaration is a powerful act of collective intention, weaving your individual commitment into the larger tapestry of Lightworkers rising. It's how we build momentum, how we amplify each other's courage, and how we create an undeniable energetic shift on the planet. If this transmission moved something that has not moved in a very long time, do not keep it to yourself. There is another Lightworker somewhere in your orbit who is frozen at exactly the same threshold you were standing at before this began. Share this with them. And if you felt the elders speaking directly to the part of you that has always known, subscribe. Stay inside the Lyran field. Stay connected to what is being transmitted here. Sharing this transmission is an act of service in itself, extending the Council's direct commission to others who are ready to receive it. Subscribing ensures you remain connected to this vital stream of guidance and energy. I am Zoran. The High Council of Vega is witnessing you. The protection has been extended, the commission has been issued, and you, Lightworker, you are exactly who the elders have been waiting for. Your mission has officially begun.